does the community support stream work? Well, the community support stream is all about getting those ever important resources in your family's hands. So it's made up of one-off strength-based messaging that orients families to what the resource is and provides a clear way for them to access it. Families receive scheduled messages on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 52 weeks a year. That is loads of resources. But don't worry, we support you through the whole process. So let's dig in. So this community support stream is made up of 3 different types of messages. All families receive a series of already vetted resources and messaging every Thursday. These resources have been selected and vetted by our content team for quality, usefulness, and accessibility. They include supports for things like basic needs and crisis supports, as well as more informational resources on topics like child development or school readiness skills. So then layered on these vetted resources are your local resources. Every partner has the opportunity to provide us with a list of their local community-based resources. Through our community resource mapping process, we'll chat about that in a moment, we learn about the resources that are most key to your unique community. And then our content team crafts highly salient, action-oriented messages that really drive families to want to access and use these resources. They are scheduled by us and families receive these every Tuesday. So we have Tuesday local, Thursday vetted, and then additionally, we offer partners the opportunity to schedule or send their own messages and resources to families. Now, we encourage partners to use this option when the information is really time sensitive, like an upcoming meeting or a change to a service that families might use. A great example would be a change in hours or pickup location for a local food bank. So all 3 of these options can be used together to create a typical trauma-informed community support stream. These options can also be mixed and matched, and our team works with each partner to develop the community support stream that will work best for their families and community. So even though I just shared lots of information about the community support stream, I can reassure you the development process is so easy. So for partners who choose to add local resources, our partner success team guides you through a community asset mapping process. This is going to look familiar if you've participated in the onboarding process already. And we try to make this as simple as possible. So first we offer up ideas for categories and topics to support the process. Our work with partners and communities nationwide really gave us insight into the resource categories that are used the most. So you get a comprehensive list of these categories, as well as guiding questions to get you started. Like an important note here, we don't expect partners to have resources for all of these categories, This is just to spark ideas about your community. And then we begin the asset mapping process, It's a simple shareable Google Sheet for you to record up to 25 of your community's local resources. We purposely chose a Google Sheet because it offers the flexibility for multiple users to contribute while providing important real-time updates. So you simply let us know the general resource category and then some information about the resource, like the name, what the organization does, the best ways for families to access the resource. Is it a website? Is it a phone number? So here we go. Here is what one looks like filled out. And this is actually from my very own community. And just a little something important to note, when the primary contact is a website, make sure to put in the exact link to the page you want families to go to. Ideally, families should reach the resource information with 1 click. 2 clicks is fine, but anything more can really start to feel overwhelming to families. So once it's filled out, you let Partner Success know, and the parent-powered content team takes it from there. And we're going to see how that second resource for a food pantry gets turned into a message. So here we go. Connect. Staying healthy is easier when your family has access to nutritious foods. Assistance is available for your family. To find out about food pickups at the People's Pantry, visit, and then there's the link. And when families click the link, they are taken directly to the page on the site that gives clear instructions on time and location. And as families click, you are getting valuable data that lets you know which resources are being accessed the most and who is accessing them. So for many of our partners, the first place minds usually go is really, what are the resources in my community to support basic needs? What are those crisis supports, right? And let me be clear, these are some of the most incredibly valuable resources to help families feel supported. But we often find ourselves also encouraging partners to round out their local resource offerings with supports that also build connection, community, and highlight the culture of the area. And this is just some examples of how partners have used their support stream to do just that, right? We've had partners send messages connecting families to resources that use cultural wellness practices to promote community and resilience. Other partners have added informational resources to highlight district or organizational initiatives like play-based learning. And yet other partners choose to highlight some really unique community resource offerings like internet and technology support programs. So really, these examples are just to say, if you think the resource will help your families thrive, include it. And so we survey families quarterly, and when we survey families about these resource-specific messages, we find that families really appreciate them, right? 93% of parents say that the Ready for K messages help them feel supported, and 87% say the messages help them feel more connected to their community, right? These are two things we want for all parents and caregivers. But we found out sort of two additional benefits. So even though we know that not every resource is going to be needed by every family, families share that just having access to a list, knowing that resources were available, felt helpful and comforting. And additionally, and this is probably one of my favorite benefits of sending resources to families, is it can empower them to help others as well. One of our parents shared, I open them all, and if I know a parent is struggling with something, I forward the link. Parents helping parents is important.